Hey guys, this is Lindsay with Garage Gym Reviews, and today we're going to talk about our picks for the best treadmills with a cushioned deck. Now, there was a lot of consideration that went into what treadmills we would choose for this list, things like the price, the features, the space it takes up, weight capacity, what the company claims in terms of cushioning for that belt deck, and so much more. But before we get into it, go ahead, subscribe to our channel so you can continue to see all things fitness. This is Garage Gym's everything, so we are in the business of reviewing all things fitness, so make sure to subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want to purchase any of the treadmills that we talk about today, go ahead, we've placed a link below the like button for you so it's easy to find. When you use that link, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does give us a small commission, and we greatly appreciate it when you use that link. Lastly, some of these treadmills were sent to us by the company, but that doesn't change what we are going to say. We just want to be transparent about that fact, and we will always tell you our honest opinion, whether that is good or bad, and everything in between. So let's talk about it. First on our list is the NordicTrack EXPI. Now this treadmill comes with flex cushioning. That is what NordicTrack calls it. Now I would say that NordicTrack does a really good job, and most of their treadmills do have a decent amount of cushioning in their deck, some more than others. The EXP7i has maybe on the lower end of cushioning when you compare it to something like the NordicTrack 1750. However, at its price point at around $1,900, it is significantly cheaper than something like the 1750 and does a decent enough job at a well-cushioned deck. With the NordicTrack EXP7i, it does come with iFit programming and a touchscreen available to you to use that programming. So not only with iFit programming are you going to have access to hundreds of live and on-demand classes and things like treadmill classes, but you'll also have access to cross-training classes, so things like cycling classes, strength classes, yoga, Pilates, and so much more. iFit is either monthly or yearly subscription cost depending on what you want to choose. Most of the people we find seem to choose the monthly family subscription cost, and that is $39 a month. In terms of its deck size, it has a 60 by 20 inch deck that is decently cushioned. If you are looking for a little bit more shock absorption while running, I think this is a good pick. And again, it's around $1,900. So not the most budget-friendly option, but definitely a cheaper option when it comes to treadmills with a lot of these features. The other thing that it has is a 0 to 12% incline grade. So I love the fact that it has an incline along with it, and an incline with a cushioned deck is obviously a top choice for me. If that $1,900 doesn't seem like something you are able to do right up front, the NordicTrack website does offer financing options available to you, and they're really easy to navigate on their website what type of financing you want to choose. Onto the Horizon 7.4. One thing that I really like about the 7.4 is the fact that it can be connected to a variety of different apps. If you already have a subscription to Peloton or Nike Run Club or Studio, there are also a variety of different apps besides the ones I've mentioned that it will connect to. Go ahead and connect that treadmill to the programs that you already have a subscription to and use it in conjunction with the treadmill. I mean, there are so many people who love the Peloton programming, but the Peloton Tread costs almost $3,000. The Horizon 7.4 costs almost half that at $1,700, and you can still use the Peloton programming with this treadmill. Not only can you use the Peloton programming, you have access to the Peloton leaderboards and basically everything you want to do for almost half the cost. One thing about this is I wish this treadmill came with quick dial options. We see that on the Horizon 7.0, however, we don't see it on the Horizon 7.4. I love that fact on the Horizon 7.0. I think it made it super easy to transition from speed, incline, do any sort of interval training along with it. However, with the 7.4, it doesn't have any quick dial speed options, and I think that is a miss. If you don't use any sort of exterior programming like Peloton or iFit with this, but you want to be able to create your own programming, all you have to do is push a key. It makes it really easy to create your own programming, your own training with this treadmill. In terms of the deck size, it has a 60 by 22 inch belt deck size, and it comes with 3-zone cushioning. I would put this belt deck cushioning up there with something like the NordicTrack 1750. I found it incredibly comfortable. In terms of weight capacity, it goes above and beyond industry standard, coming in at 350 pounds for its weight capacity, which just allows so many people to be able to use this machine. Honestly, don't sleep on this machine. We do so many roundups, and this one usually comes up quite frequently, and every time it comes up, I forget what a gem this is. I mean, the fact that it is only $1,700, can connect to a variety of different fitness apps, has a great cushioned deck. I mean, there's so much going for it. So if you are somebody interested in this machine, I would definitely recommend it, and I don't say that lightly. Next up is the Soul F63. Now, I actually have this treadmill in my garage and she has held up beautifully. I use her a lot for sprint training, interval training, and I use the incline feature a ton. The F63 is a great value at just over $1,000. It also has an incline grade of 0 all the way up to 15% and speeds of 0 up to 12 miles per hour. I mean, truthfully, this is a very durable machine at only around $1,000. I keep this Soul F63 in my garage. I have 4 kids that use this treadmill. I have 10 animals. I live in the country. Like, things are bound to get dirty here, and so far she has held up beautifully. On the Soul website, it says that it's supposed to reduce joint impact. Now, I don't know how true this is. I do feel like it's a comfortable cushioned deck. However, I don't feel like it is up there with something like the Horizon 7.4 or the NordicTrack 1750. I think it does a decent enough job, but I wouldn't say it's the top most cushioned deck out there. However, having said that, I do feel like it does provide some shock absorption. I haven't noticed any sort of jarring, any sort of shakiness and steadiness as I run on this treadmill. With a motor size of 3.0 CHP, it can handle all of the walking, all the jogging, all the running that you want to throw at it. It also has a weight capacity of 325 pounds, so above industry standard, again, allowing a lot more people to be able to use this treadmill. Overall, I think this is a fantastic treadmill at only $1,000. Now, if you are interested in this next treadmill, we do have a full review that just got published on it, and it is the Boflex Treadmill 10. Boflex 10 uses journey programming. Now, while this isn't my favorite, I much prefer Peloton, I much prefer iFit. I do feel like if you are looking for external motivation and this is available, I don't think it is a bad option. Truth be told, I think this is a so-so treadmill. I mean, there's a lot that I like about it. There's a lot that I don't like about it. One, I don't like the overall aesthetic of it. I think it's pretty bulky. But on the flip side of that, it has an incline and a decline feature, and that's something we don't see a lot at this price point. So it actually has a negative 5% decline all the way up to a 15% incline, which I think is a huge benefit to this treadmill. The other thing that the Boflex has going for it, and maybe this makes up for the fact that it is a little bit more bulky, but it has a weight capacity of 400 pounds. So you know this is a super solid, sturdy machine. Now, while Boflex isn't necessarily known for their super high quality machines, I do think that the Boflex Treadmill 10 can stand the test of time. Just know that it does have quite a bit of plastic components thrown into it. However, in the warehouse, it's been tested multiple times. We haven't noticed any sort of cracks or anything along with the machine so far. In terms of its belt deck, it has a 60 by 22 inch belt deck size, which is exactly what I want to see. Now, their website doesn't say anything about a well-cushioned deck. A lot of times we'll see companies say like, this has a 3-zone cushioned deck. This has like Isoflex technology. Whatever it is they're claiming, Boflex does not claim anything. This is simply user tested. So me, Kate, a bunch of other testers have used this treadmill and just come to the agreement that this is a really well-cushioned deck. At 232 pounds, I mean, again, this is like a bigger treadmill. It can be folded up. It does have wheels, making it a little bit more portable, but overall, I would say make sure you have a big space available to you for wherever you want to put it, because I don't think this is a treadmill you're going to be wanting to move around a lot. Next on our list, the Proform Pro 9000. The Proform Pro 9000 uses iFit programming just like what we see with the NordicTrack treadmills. The one thing that I really love about the Proform Pro 9000 is its massive 22-inch touchscreen. Now, this machine is super solid. I mean, we even put this to the test running at that 12 mile per hour mark. Not me, we just ran the treadmill to that 12 mile per hour mark. I can't run that fast. However, while even running at that 10 mile per hour mark, I'm talking like 10 seconds, I didn't notice any sort of shakiness, any sort of unsteadiness. This is a really solid piece of machinery. With the belt deck, it has a Rebound Pro technology. It also comes with a 60 by 22 inch belt deck. In terms of comparison, I would put this up there with the Horizon 7.4 or the NordicTrack 1750. It is a well-cushioned deck. Another thing I love about this treadmill, it has a 3% decline all the way up to that 12% incline mark, so it just allows you a lot of variety to your training. Unfortunately, this treadmill doesn't come with any sort of preset programming options. So if you are somebody who doesn't want to pay the monthly or the yearly subscription cost to the iFit programming, I think that there are better options out there for you. Another thing that I think is great about the 9000, it has a 3.6 CHP motor size, allowing you to basically do all of the volume running, all the speed training, all of the incline training that you want to do, and that motor will be able to handle it. There are buttons located on the dash for your speed and your incline. One thing I wish this treadmill did have was some sort of quick dial option or buttons on the handlebars allowing you to transition from speed and incline very quickly. I really like when treadmills have that feature. This does not. Even though it's easy enough to reach to that button on the front, I do think it's a little bit more convenient when treadmills have some sort of handlebar, knob, or button for you to be able to push. Last on our list is the Sunny Health & Fitness SFT 4400 treadmill. Now this is a little bit different from all the ones that we've talked about because this is only a $500 treadmill. So if you are looking for a treadmill that is definitely budget friendly but has some sort of cushioning on their deck, I think this is a good one to look at. This is a super portable machine. I mean, the belt deck size is only 49 inches long by 15.5 inches wide. So not the biggest by any means. I don't recommend this treadmill for anybody wanting to do a lot of running. However, if you are wanting to do a lot of walking, some jogging, and if you have a shorter stride or maybe shorter just in general, I think you can get away with a little bit of running on this. But if you're anybody who's taller, maybe like above 5'9" or has a longer stride, I don't think this is a good treadmill to even attempt running on because of that shortened belt deck size. This treadmill has a weight capacity of 220 pounds. Now, I understand that because it is a smaller piece of machine, it's not gonna have a massive weight capacity. However, when we compare it to something like the Go Plus 2-in-1, which I would deem in the same category of the Sunny Health & Fitness treadmill, I mean, it kind of falls short. So again, the Sunny Health & Fitness weight capacity is 220 pounds, whereas something like the Go Plus 2-in-1 has a weight capacity of 265 pounds. So overall, I wish that the weight capacity on this treadmill was a little bit better. One thing I do like about this, it has 9 preset programs available to you to use. I think they are really good. It has a lot of options: interval training, hill training, sprint training, so much more. The other thing I like about this is it does have buttons on the handlebars, and those buttons control your speed as well as your start and stop, making it just super convenient and easy for you to use. Overall, if you are looking for more of a budget-friendly option, I think this is a good pick. If you are wanting to spend a little bit more on a treadmill, I've got to go with the Horizon 7.4. I think the fact that you can connect to a variety of apps while still having some preset programming options is just going to be a great choice for a lot of people. But I would love to know what you think in the comments. Let us know below which one you would choose and why. This has been Lindsay with Crash and Reviews.